Welcome. I don't see your camera yet.
Okay, hold on. Let me see participants. Hold on a minute. Start video. Okay, I think I got it.
I see you now. And then it went away.
Speaker, mute, participants, share, chat. Okay, I think I got it.
Hi.
How are you?
Great, great. I'm like, let me start with music this time.
Yes. I'm loving the background. Loving the background.
Thank you, thank you.
Bastante tropical.
What?
Bastante tropical.
See, since I cannot go out and it's raining, mine as well.
Is it raining? Where are you located?
In California.
Oh, okay.
In Palo Alto, like by San Francisco area.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. How is the weather where you are?
I'm currently located in Miami, and honestly, the weather is amazing. But we just got I'm located in Miami Beach, so we just got a locked in order. So we all have to stay inside, you know. So
Yeah.
even though it's a beautiful day, you can really enjoy it fully because it's not like you're supposed to be outside anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They did that here since last week. So
Last week, yeah.
I went out today.
We haven't worked for like a week already, but yesterday is when they actually did like a mandatory order.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Very
So, I mean, it's slowly, you know, it's bad. This whole thing is horrible. And I really hope travel comes back because I work in tourism myself. Mm-hmm. And I feel like everyone in Miami Beach, they're either in the hospitality world or the tourism world. Yeah. So we don't know how long this is going to last. This epidemic needs to leave.
I hope so.
Yes.
Let me put a reminder so people can join us.
Yes. I'm gonna text my friend to join.
Just say hello to the camera. I'm gonna like do a boomerang. So cute.
I'm waiting for people to come.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you could actually see how cool. I like it.
Yeah.
I've actually used Zoom twice before.
Mm-hmm.
For like a business meeting, but I've never used it as a virtual travel party.
Yeah.
I love it. It's such a fun idea. I told my friend, I was like, I'm going to take you to Cappadocia, so just pack your bags and meet me at 5 p.m.
That's so cute. Oh, someone is coming. Boris. Welcome, Boris.
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't heard us yet.
He'll be on. Did you tell
look how cute. I'm gonna.
Oh, I like it. Let's see if other people join. Let me text my friend. They said that they would join, but honestly, I don't know. Like I said, this is my first time doing this.
No worries. Hi, Boris. Welcome.
How come you're not showing your face, Boris? You want to type? You can use the chat room and type.
Yeah, maybe it's shy.
So have you been doing one every day?
Yeah, and every day is a different type. It's a different country.
Oh, okay.
So we already did Philippines, Thailand. We had where am I forgetting? Italy.
Okay.
Jordan, because I was in Jordan. And now we have you. Oh, we have another person. Yay.
Yes, May, my friend May, actually. She joined. Hello, May.
Hey.
How are you?
Welcome.
Hi, thank you.
My friend actually just had a baby. So I think all ages and her baby could come to the party.
She's breastfeeding right now.
Aww. She's so cute. She's adorable.
No. Can you see her?
No, you have to turn the video on.
Oh, wait. How do I do that?
There's a little camera.
Okay.
We see you now. again.
Now I see you. Yeah. Yay! Now it worked. Do you see me?
Yeah. What are you guys talking about?
Do you see me? Okay, yeah, now I see you.
Yes.
Yay!
And where are you located, May?
In West Palm Beach.
Okay, very cool.
Yes.
I'm sorry, what? I didn't get your name. What's your name?
My name is Vanessa. Vanessa.
Oh, hi, Vanessa.
Nice
Where are
to
you
meet
from?
you.
Or
I
where are you
I
now?
lived in New York for over 20 years, and I just moved to California 3 months ago.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
Very cool. Where are you from originally?
Dominican Republic.
Oh, okay. Okay, we're close. I'm Cuban.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah. In the beginning, when I logged in, she had this music, this little, the
Oh,
Dominican.
reggaeton.
Oh.
No, it was merengue actually. This is what I had.
Oh, I love that.
Hi, Claudia.
Hi, Claudia.
I can't hear you that well, but I'm driving. So
Are you still driving?
I'll be
No
back.
problem.
I'll be back.
Claudia, are you still working?
I'm leaving now. I just got in my car.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I know that we had a patient show up last minute, so I had to stay.
Oh wow.
May, how are you doing? Oh my gosh, you're here.
Good, very good.
How's the baby? Oh,
Good. She's on the boob.
God, she's so cute.
Oh, thank you.
I love that this turns into like a whole social thing.
I know.
So how's working at the hospital right now?
It's a little crazy. I mean, thank God we don't have a lot of patient contact. We only saw one patient in the clinic, and then the rest we're doing like online, like telehealth. So I haven't had to round in the hospitals in the morning because we don't have any of our patients in. So thank God I haven't, there's some cases there suspected. So I haven't been able to, I haven't been exposed. Thank God.
That's good, thank God, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Right.
And how's the staying home?
For me?
Hey, other people are joining.
I mean, you have to stay home, but yeah.
I have to. I have no choice, but definitely, yeah, it's scary because my fiance is still working, so he's like, interacting with other people in the public, and when he comes home, it's like, ooh, take off your stuff, like, wash your hands,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi. So we're gonna get started. I'm gonna introduce Gaby. Gaby's gonna talk today about Turkey and her trip to Cappadocia. So let's take it in and enjoy this virtual travel party. At the end, if you have any questions, please ask them. And also you can type them on the side on the chat if you have questions. All right. Welcome, Gaby.
Yay! Yes, you can ask away. Hello?
Okay, bye.
You ready?
Ready? Yes. Yeah. We're all like here, like, okay, next.
Gaby, you can start whenever you're ready.
Oh, I thought you were gonna ask me questions.
No, like what is your story? When did you go? Why did you decide on Turkey?
Oh, okay. I didn't know the protocol to it. Okay, yeah. So I was in Cappadocia, Turkey. I went last September, in the beginning of September.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I've always wanted to go there. It was like a very dreamy, definitely a bucket list place to go. And I had the opportunity to go because I already had a layover in Turkey. So I took advantage that I already had the visa for 30 days. And so I went from Dubai back to Turkey. And, like I'm located in the United States. So when you do the currency exchange from Turkish money from dollars to Turkish money, it's actually very affordable to go to Turkey. So I was like, you know what? Might as well. Like, let's go. So I went with my friend, and we got there. My problem with I've always seen extremely like beautiful pictures of but you never know. Nowadays, things are photoshopped or they're not photoshopped, so you don't really know what's real or what's not. So I was like, wow, that place looks amazing. Like, I really, really want to go there. I wonder if it's like that. So it's different when you see things in person on your own than in pictures. And okay, so I wasn't decided on a hotel. I was like, you know what? Let's get there, and once we get there, we'll pick the hotel there.
Wow,
because I wasn't sure.
That's adventurous.
Excuse me?
That's very adventurous to do it like that.
I'm extremely adventurous like that. But
that's like every trip that Gabby has ever taken is like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to pick a hotel and that the pictures that they portrayed that they were fake. That like I wanted to actually live that experience. Like I wanted to live because that's the magic of Cappadocia. And so I remember we got to the airport, and then we took like a shuttle to the actual Cappadocia in the middle. And as soon as we got there, I kept on going to all the hotels. I went to like 5 different hotels. And I didn't even ask like, if you guys have breakfast. I was just like, let me see your rooftop. Let me see your rooftop. That's all I asked. That's all I cared about. And then, so yeah, I saw a couple of rooftops, but it was like a weird setup. Because you kind of have to do your own setup with the couches. They have everything, but apparently not everyone goes there just for like pictures and stuff. So then I ended up staying at the Cave Art Hotel. Beautiful, gorgeous. As soon as I saw it, I was like, this is it. It was so pretty. It was really, really nice. So it was really, really pretty. So I saw the rooftop, and then I saw the rooms. I was like, I don't even care about the rooms. Like, I just want a really pretty rooftop. And then, so I mean, honestly, Cappadocia, it's beautiful. It's magical just for the fact, like, you have to wake up at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning for you to be able to experience the actual scenery of everything. And so you wake up extremely early, and then you have to, like, put on your makeup. Like, if you go home, like, let's say you're out, and you go home at 1 o'clock in the morning, you have to be up at 5 because there's a time limit when all the hot air balloons are outside. You understand?
And it's cold in the morning. It's very cold in the morning.
Is that every day though?
Every day, yes.
As long as the wind permits. The wind got to be less
exactly
than
like
55 miles per hour.
Up the hot air balloons, some days they can't. Thankfully, when I was there for 5 days. Every day the hot air balloons were actually going up. So I was like, if I don't get the picture today, I'm gonna get the picture tomorrow. But like that means that every day you have to wake up at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, and like put on your makeup
until you get the shot.
To get the shot, you know what I mean?
It's worth it though.
Yeah, of course. You need to get, the whole best IG shot there. That's worth the sacrifice. So then I was, like she was saying, Serena, right? Is that your name?
Yes.
Serena La Reina. I like it.
Thank you.
So you have to so I would go up, right? And I would go with like a really cute top with my hair. I was, try to be done. And then I would wear a scarf. So when my friend was taking pictures of me, I would like remove the scarf. But some certain angles, like I had pajamas in the bottom, but people didn't know that. But because that doesn't show in the pictures. Yeah. But like my friend, she'll take certain pictures of the angles, and you could see the PJs. I was like, oh my god, no! So yeah, that was really, really funny. But I honestly, I took amazing pictures. It was good, and thankfully, I went during low season because the guy in the front from the hotel, he was saying that like during July or during other months, like December, that there's people fighting on the rooftop to take their same pictures, the same angles. So when I was there, I was extremely lucky. There was only like 4 people, and we were compromising. I was like, okay, I'll get this corner, you get that corner, and that's it. And we were also helping taking pictures.
Oh yeah.
Because I could definitely see that it could be very stressful if there's a packed rooftop and you're like, what the hell? Because the whole point is to be alone with the background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that my hotel locked the doors in the morning, so no guests could come in. That's only for us, the rooftop.
Oh, really? That's amazing.
Yeah, they locked the doors.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so it's not like you could go to another hotel, another better rooftop. You can't do that because they like lock the doors in the morning.
Yeah. That's a good
So
idea. Honestly, I don't know.
That
I
is
know that my room was next to the rooftop. So I would
Oh,
wake up and I would
perfect.
walk the ladder. It was like a weird ladder. And then right there. So it was really quick. It was like get ready for 5 minutes and then take like 20-minute pictures and go back to sleep. And then
Yeah.
wake up later on. That's what
What hotel did you stay in?
Excuse me?
What hotel did you stay
Oh,
in?
I stayed at the Cave Art Hotel.
Cave. Okay.
Art Hotel, yeah. I definitely recommend it. It's really, really pretty. It
Okay.
has amazing views. Really, really
Very
nice.
nice.
And actually, because I knew I was doing this, I have props. I love props. So, this is Turkey. This is like a little souvenir. It's kind of like a little wallet, purse, So I got this in Turkey. Look how cute. So it's a Turkish
It
flag.
is very
And
cute.
Cappadocia is known for the hot air balloons. Look how cute.
Oh, look how cute.
Oh, that's so cute.
And it says Cappadocia right here.
Aww.
Yeah.
Did you get on the hot air balloons and all that?
Yes, I did. So the first day, so once I was there for 5 days, 4 nights. So the first 2 days, you have to go through a whole bunch of travel agencies, and tourism over there was very booming, even though I went during slow season. But everyone kept like, you're not gonna find. You need to book it at like months in advance. But I'm not a quitter. I don't give up. So I went everywhere. I asked like 1,000 agencies because I'm a travel agent myself. Like I work in tourism. So I was just like, man, I'm sure you guys have something, because they were like, no, we have something for next week. And I'm like, I'm leaving in 3 days, like, please. And so finally on the pretty much the day before I left, some guy came through and I got on the hot air balloon. It was amazing.
Nice.
We had to be there like around 4 o'clock in the morning. And then it was about like 8 people. It was really, really nice. I had done a hot air balloon before. I did it in California, actually. In Temecula, California, over the wineries. That was really, really pretty. But over here, it was wow. It was beautiful, so pretty. But it was really expensive for being in Turkey. It was really pricey.
How much was it?
It was pricey. I don't know. Honestly, the guy knew I was desperate, so I think he ripped me off. But I was to the point that I was like, whatever. Like, I don't care. At this point, I'll pay it, because no one wanted to accept us. Like no one. We paid about I think we paid like $250 per person, so $500 for 2 people.
Wow.
Yeah, which is a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
but it's definitely like.
we got the experience. And that's kind of what I wanted. But that is a lot of money. But we were saving money with like the hotel, the food, and everything else, so I balanced off. Yeah. But it was definitely once in a lifetime experience. Like I would recommend everyone to do that, and I would also recommend everyone to do the trikes, kind of like
Like ATVs?
Like ATVs, yes. Because over there it's very rock formation, so there's a lot of hills, and that's what it's known for. That's why they have a whole bunch of caves. So you go up and down caves, and it's a lot of fun. It has beautiful views, like really, really pretty views.
Nice.
Very nice. Yeah. So those are the only 2 activities that I did. And of course I walked around, and it's just like, it's so beautiful. It's magical. You can walk everywhere you want. Everything's walking distance. The food is amazing. The people are so nice. I loved it. I've been to like other parts of Turkey before. Like I've been to Istanbul, the capital, but Cappadocia is just magical. It's like, I definitely want to go back. Hopefully this whole thing is over soon and we could all go back. You guys can all join me.
Did you do the underground city tour?
No, I did not.
Oh.
Who did you go with? Did you go by yourself?
No, actually, I went with a friend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I went with a friend, and she wanted to go too, so we both, we both took advantage, and it was great. Like I like traveling by myself a lot, but I feel like Cappadocia is one of those places that it's good to travel with someone else just for pictures purposes. So my friend, she took good pictures, but I was like telling her which angles I wanted. Everyone has
travel hack right there.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Have you been to Turkey before?
Me? No. What about you guys? Who has been this
Has
year?
anyone been to Turkey here?
No,
Me, of course, me.
It's in our
that's
bucket list.
actually the one country in the Middle East that I didn't go to, and I was really upset I didn't go. I don't know why.
Yeah. I was
It's really cheap if you leave out of
Even
Europe.
Kuwait. So that's why she said she traveled to all of the Middle Eastern countries. I've said that one.
And just so you know, when you go, you need a visa. And you have to get it before you land.
Yeah.
So you can't just get it at the airport.
Like it's kind of like an entry visa right away. It's $30, and you get it like right away. So I already had it because I had a layover. I had a 48-hour layover in Istanbul to go to Dubai. So I was telling my friend, I'm like, we already have the visa. Might as well just go back and then go to Cappadocia. The flights were like $60. And yeah, I did it. I was just like, you know what? YOLO, once in a lifetime. I'm glad I went.
That's awesome.
So the visa, you get it online or you go to the embassy?
No,
I got
you
it online.
at the airport, like directly at the airport.
But she said you cannot get it before. She said you have
They
to.
sent me an email saying you can't get it when you land. You got to get it before you land.
Oh,
So I got my online.
When did you go, Gabi?
In
You
September.
went last September. And when did you go, Serena?
Last August. That's weird. Very weird.
So we're gonna trust you that you can get it. Do your research. Make sure you do your research before you go. Because time change. It's like in
Yeah.
Brazil, for example, at one point they had that you had to get visa as an American, and another point they dropped it and you don't have to get visa anymore. So every country changes.
Brazil, you said?
Every country changes every so often, so always check because you never know.
Yeah, of course. I mean, getting a visa is very important. Like, I also went to Egypt during that whole trip, and in Egypt, I was a little bit confused because for Turkey, I read about it, did my research, and it was very clear. But for Egypt, it was kind of controversial. Like, I wasn't sure. They were saying that you have to get it somewhere else and all these things. But it's also upon arrival. So as soon as you arrive, you go to like some bank and the airport, it's inside, and then you do the line, and it's like $40, something like that, and you get your visa right away to Turkey. I mean, to Egypt too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, what was your favorite food when you went to Turkey?
My favorite what?
Food.
Food?
Yes.
Oh my God. Okay. So I love Turkish food. Honestly, I love anything like Arabic. I like Arabic food. I like Turkish food. I just love like Middle Eastern food. Yeah. But I love the lamb. I'm not a vegetarian, so sorry if everyone is. I love the lamb. I would eat the lamb like every day. So they have like this. It's so delicious. The lamb, the rice. I love. Have you ever tried Turkish coffee?
Yeah.
I haven't tried it, but I heard it's good.
It's really, really good. Yes.
Do you get it like when they do it in the stand or like the normal way?
I did both ways.
The stand?
Which one do you recommend?
Honestly, I like the regular way. Like, it's better for me. I think, I don't know. They're both good. I'll take whichever way. I'm not picky about that. But actually in Turkey, they have this thing. So they have it in Istanbul, and they also have it in Cappadocia, of course. Hi, Ashley. I didn't see you.
Hi, I'm here. I'm listening.
Yes. So they have this thing that it's they have the ice cream guys, and it's really, really famous. So they have like, it's kind of like a stiff ice cream, and they do like magic.
Oh, yes.
It's so fun.
They like tease you with it.
They tease you with it. Yeah, they trick you. They're like, here you go. And then they take it away from you, and here and go. And you're like, just give me my ice cream. Like,
That is so funny. Did you try any particular flavors of ice cream that you have never tried before and are exclusive to Turkey?
honestly, no, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I didn't, everything was, I think I had like peach ice cream or like chocolate, yeah. But what I do love, they have, besides the Turkish coffee, they have this really, really good, what is it called? It's kind of like a dessert. It's a Turkish dessert. And it's so good. It's delicious. It's kind of like a rice cake, but caramelized. It's really, really good.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm taking notes here. I love desserts.
Yes. Honestly, if you have, I mean, I have a lot of cool pictures. I just I mean, maybe I can see. Actually, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna show
I
you.
gotta go, guys, but I've had fun.
The what?
Invite me to the next one because I definitely want to be on here, but I gotta burp this little one.
Oh,
All right.
thank you
Bye.
for coming to the party and Elena too.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.
Take care. Thank you for being here.
All right, guys. Bye.
And,
Their apple tea is pretty good too in Turkey. The apple tea.
The what?
The apple tea.
Oh yes, it's really really good. It's
Mm.
amazing. And also the hookahs. I don't know if you guys smoke hookahs or not.
I
but,
do.
Oh
I
yes.
do.
They have very exotic flavors.
I was like.
Was that like your first time trying it, or you have tried it before?
No, I tried it before. Actually, the first time ever I tried a hookah was actually in Turkey, but I was like 23 years old. Like this was a long time ago. Like probably like 8 years ago. The first time I ever tried hookah. And over there it's not called hookah, it's called shisha.
Shisha.
So I remember when the first time they said it, and I was like, oh my God, is that a drug? Like, I don't know what that is. So I was like, I don't want to try that. Like, it's hookah. And I actually got into like a little argument with some guy because I was like, it's hookah. He's like, no, shisha. I'm like, that sounds like a drug. I don't want to do that.
Let me tell you.
And I was like, that's hookah. And then I had to show him. I was like, well, in America, it's called hookah. And then, I guess people, I don't know, they, use.
Do you know that my first time was in Dubai and they call it shisha, and for some reason I got the words mixed up and I put on Instagram, oh, I'm smoking hashish.
Oh, wow.
I had no idea, and next thing I know, hashish is supposed to be weed, and I'm like, oh my God, I've never smoked weed in my life, and here I am putting it on social media.
Yeah.
That's a great image to put yourself on.
Actually, there's a picture, a video of me smoking hookah. I don't know if you guys see it.
We do. Oh.
Look at you, expert.
These are like boomerangs, yeah. You see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that at a shisha
These
cafe?
are when I did the ATV. I see it. So pretty. It was really, really nice.
Very nice.
I loved it. I had a great experience. But I don't know if you see it. You see it?
Yeah, we see it.
Yeah. Let me see. Oh yeah, and then they have these like weird antique cars, but like it's kind of like you're in Cuba. Hold on. Like, oh wait, hold on. Like this. I don't know why they have them, but they're cute. They had you see it? Like this.
Yes.
Wow.
Pink car.
That was
Very
nice.
nice.
And also, it was really. Oh, look at the pictures. They're so magical.
Yeah.
I don't know if you see it very well, but I think I have to tilt the phone.
We see
And
it.
these were like at 5 o'clock in the morning. Actually, this was at 5:45 in the morning. Yeah, like you have to wake up extremely early. It's no joke. If not, you miss the hot air balloons and the sunlight, and you need that perfect sunlight for the backdrop.
Yeah. Although
And
it's
it
too
looks
bright, and then you can't see anything, right?
It's so pretty. And also over there, they're really famous for their lamps. So they have the store. Actually, I do have a funny story. Another one. They have the stores with the look cute lamps like this. You see it?
Yes.
Little lamps, Turkish lamps, I guess that's what they're called. Yeah. So I don't know if it's clear, but anyways. So you go to the store, right? And of course, like I had done my research on Instagram, and I was like, wow, like I love doing. You just put the location where you're at, so you see everyone's pictures, and I'm like, I want similar pictures to that. So I went to some store, and they had the beautiful lamps. So I started thinking to my friend, I was like, quick, let's just take pictures. Like, I'll take some of you, you take some of me, whatever. And then the guy he was like, you have to pay me money to take pictures. I was like, what? What do you mean? We're just taking pictures. We're going to buy something. He's like, are you going to buy a lamp? I'm like, I don't have space to buy a lamp. Like, I have a carry-on. And then he's like, no, you need to buy something. I was like, what do you mean? I was like, listen, I saw other people taking pictures. You didn't tell anything. He's like, but you're taking too many. I was like, oh my God.
I read in the blog, you gotta give them $8 to take pictures inside their store.
Yeah. So
that's a blog that I read.
I went to stop. So this was that store, which was cute, but they had some cute lamps, but they didn't have like that many. And then I saw some girl that she looked like she was taking pictures too. And I asked her, so she told me to go to another store, and that store is where they charged me. So they charged me like $6. You either have to pay $6 or you have to buy $6 worth of whatever you're gonna get inside the store, and then you could take pictures there. And then next to it, they had a little carpet store, which was beautiful. You would take like magical carpet pictures. but they wanted it. It was, I think it was like $15 minimum. And honestly, $15 is a lot of money over there in Turkey. Like I was not gonna spend $50 just to take a picture on the carpet. Like no. I mean, at least for me, I wasn't gonna do that. And then, so I actually like sneaked my way in. I took like 2 pictures on the carpet real quick, but they were kind of like rush pictures. It was kind of like, quick. And then I found some outside carpets, and look, these came out super cute. You see them?
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and these are free.
Gorgeous.
So, you know, I go for the free pictures. Yeah, no, it was really cool. It was really nice. Honestly, I had a great experience. Turkey in its like whole, it's beautiful, but Cappadocia just has a certain magic, and it's really, really pretty. It's nice. I would recommend everyone to go there.
Mm-hmm. But it's completely safe to travel on your own. You just recommend you go with someone for the pictures.
Cappadocia is extremely safe to travel on your own. Honestly, I did not ever fear for my life. There's no terrorism. Maybe if there is, you don't feel it. It's just extremely touristy. Like there's a lot of other people. Honestly, like I thought I was gonna be the only, like not that I was gonna be the only one there, but I was like, I don't think a lot of people would come here. And I got there. There was a whole bunch of foreigners. There was a lot of people from everywhere, and so you feel like comfortable walking around. And the people over there they're nice. They're really nice. They're very hospitable. So they tell you where to go. There's a lot of taxi, a lot of transportation. You don't feel lost.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. Like it's a very charming small town, so you can walk everywhere.
Did you feel like there was a language barrier, or most people?
Well, actually, yeah, kinda, I guess. Like I speak Spanish and I also speak Italian. So I always improvise. If not, I start doing signs. But a lot of people didn't know English, but there was always Google Translate, so that helped me out too. Yeah, but yeah, there's not that many English speakers in Cappadocia than there are like in Istanbul. A lot more people speak English.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, how did you get your flight, and how much was the hotel, if you don't mind sharing?
So the hotel per night, I think it was like $60.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and divided by 2 is like $30 per person, so that worked out great. And it included breakfast too, so that was really, really nice. Yeah, and then the flight remember I was flying from Dubai, so I flew from Dubai to Turkey, and the flight was like I don't know, it was like $50-$60 too, something like it was cheap.
Wow.
Yeah, and then but then I flew to Istanbul, and then from Istanbul to Cappadocia, my flight was $40.
Okay.
Yeah. And then honestly, I was using Skyscanner. Have you guys ever used Skyscanner?
Yes.
Skyscanner is great. I love it. Yeah, I was using Skyscanner. I was using Orbit. I'm a travel agent myself, so sometimes I go into my portal. Sometimes I get better rates. So sometimes Skyscanner has better rates.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. So where's everyone from here?
New York.
New York. Oh my God, how are you guys doing?
Dying. We're dying. We're dropping like flies.
Terrible. What's the temperature over there?
I'm sorry, couldn't hear you.
Like, how cold is it over there? What's the temperature like?
It's beautiful out here.
It's very nice and sunny.
57.
It's gorgeous weather since this lockdown started.
It's very tempting to go out. Very tempting.
Yeah, I know. You can go out. I'm in Miami, so over here it's beautiful. It's gorgeous.
My sister is in Fort Lauderdale, so.
Oh, yeah? Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, my friend that was here earlier, the one that she was breastfeeding with the baby, she lives in West Palm Beach.
Very nice.
She lives in
So a lot
Miami.
of fun.
Huh? You were asking something?
Now we can't go to Florida anymore because you'll get quarantined right away.
For 2 weeks. Mandatory
Yeah.
quarantine. It came out in the news, I know, because a lot of people.
Yeah, this morning.
Yeah, so it's New York, New Jersey, and I think it's Connecticut, right?
Yes. We'll get quarantined mandatory as soon as we land in Florida.
As soon as you land, there's going to be like an official waiting for you, and then you have to be in lockdown for 2 weeks. That's crazy.
Sheesh. Y'all treat us
I
like we
love
got the
it. They-
cooties or something.
They needed that. They needed to do that a long time ago.
True.
This is crazy. Like, this whole thing is crazy, honestly. Like, social media, like a month ago, actually. And I just got back 3 weeks ago, and I was really, really sick when I got back. That I thought I had corona. I was like, what the hell? Like, thank God, as soon as I got back, it's when the whole thing was starting. Like, it wasn't that bad, so I had no problems. But as soon as I got back, I got sick out of nowhere. Like, I didn't have all the symptoms, which is good, but I had fever out of nowhere. I haven't had fever in like many years. So I got scared, and then this whole corona thing was starting, and I was like, oh my God, maybe I'm really sick. Maybe like I have that. But thankfully, after 3 days, I was fine. So,
Okay, that's good.
yeah, thank God, yeah. And then I started taking black elderberry. Have you guys ever taken it?
Oh, I've heard of it, elderberry. Yeah.
Elderberry is amazing. Like, this is like, it will build up your immune system real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anything else that you want to share about your trip to Turkey or?
Any questions? Ask me questions. I like when people ask me. Just ask me questions and I'll tell.
Someone has music.
The what?
Someone has music, so I'm gonna like.
Oh,
Oh, it
someone
was
has background
Elena.
music?
No, I was just stopping as I could hear you better. Questions. The hot air balloon, you say you had to get up at 4 in the morning. You say it was 8 people. Do more people fit, or they just try to maintain it at 8?
I think they try to maintain it at 8, yeah, because they're very, okay, so like, remember I told you, I've done another hot air balloon in California, and over there in Turkey, it's kind of fragile. Like, I was a little bit scared, because it doesn't look as good of a quality as it did in California. So I was kind of like, like the less people, the better. Because what if something happens? I mean, I know that Cappadocia is known for the hot air balloons, but we don't have insurance. At least I didn't have insurance abroad there. So I was like, I'm not trying to inventar tampoco.
You said that it was really expensive, your ride, and it was because of your situation. So is there like a noticeable difference between like being in a regular situation and paying for it, or is it kind of like that pricey all around?
I think it's that price all year round. And I do think that we got, at the end of the day, we did get a good sale, because other places that I went to, they were saying that it was like 300, 350 when you do the transaction. So it was really expensive, but then we had 2 people, and of course, like, I hustled the guy. I was like, listen, like, come on, it's 2 people and this and that. And because I think he originally started at like 280, and then he left it for 250. He just said
250 per person or 250 per person?
Per person, girl, per person.
So what if you want like a whole thing just for yourself?
I think it's like 1,000 or something. It's not, yeah, which is really crazy, because a lot of girls do. When I was writing it, like, you could see other people that it was only one person, a photographer. So I guess if like these people are like real travel like professional travel bloggers, and they want the best pictures, I guess, and they have the money for that, that's good. But I don't do that.
Or you could tell everybody, go to this corner while I take my picture.
Yeah. I mean, that's a lot of money. It's $1,000 for, like, I mean.
That's another vacation.
Exactly, that's a whole other vacation, girl. Yeah.
But like, how much was it in Cali?
In California, actually, I got it through a travel Zoom. So it was 2 people for like 100, 110, 120.
Oh wow, that's cute.
And it was nice because it was over the wineries in Temecula. And Temecula, it's located about a 45-minute ride from San Diego.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was
also New Mexico has a festival.
Yeah, I was gonna say that
every year. So
because that's pricey. I looked into doing the New Mexico hot air balloon festival, and it's quite pricey. So I figured that it was like that all around.
They have it in Napa Valley too. So if you want to come visit me, you could go hot air balloon.
But I think in Napa is probably expensive too.
I looked it up. It was like about 200, which is like normal price, I would say.
Yeah. I got a good deal on the Travel Zoo. It was like 120 for 2 people.
Travel Zoo. Write that down, guys.
No, I did it in Barcelona. Each one of my friends, we paid like 160, and we had our own hot air balloon.
Oh, nice.
And it came with champagne. It came with breakfast. And
wow.
that's it.
Yeah, the one that I
It was
didn't
really
share
nice.
had mimosas. It came with
Mm.
mimosas. But I was hungover, so I didn't want to drink anything.
Mm.
Hello, Zelina.
Hi. I just tuned in.
Thank you for joining. Do you have any questions about Turkey or Cappadocia?
Well, you did just mention, is it travel zoo, like a zoo?
Yeah, but the travel zoo that I
Okay.
used was for California, not for Turkey.
Oh, okay.
They don't. I don't think they have travel zoo in Turkey. Like I don't even
Oh,
think they have Groupon. But you know where they interesting do have Groupon on? It's in Dubai. In Dubai they have Groupon.
Oh yes, I used it to go to Abu Dhabi for like $20.
Yeah, I used it. Me too. I used it for Abu Dhabi and I used it for the safari
Wow.
tour.
I used mine for the Burj Khalifa for the express to go up because that line was crazy.
Yeah.
The regular line.
Nice. Yes. Yeah, but no, Cappadocia is extremely magical. Like, do you have any more questions?
I don't know if you touched on this already, but your interaction with like people there, like locals.
Yeah, so she kind of asked a little bit, but so a lot of people don't speak that much English over there.
Okay.
So it's more like Istanbul. Istanbul is more like a metropolitan city, so a lot of people do speak more English. Cappadocia is more like I'm not gonna say even it's not even a city. It's more like a little village because everything's so small and all that. But over there, I guess they speak English, like very limited English in the restaurants and like bars and hotels because I feel like they're obligated to speak English, you know, because of the industry. But like around, I don't think so. But there were a lot of tourists and like a lot of Americans. I saw a lot of Americans, a lot of just travel bloggers, like a lot of people with a photographer taking pictures.
Yeah, because the photos, the pictures are like nice.
The pictures are amazing. Yeah, and that's because I didn't even take like my pictures. They're all taken with my iPhone, and like not that I have like a professional camera or anything. My friend was the one that took my pictures. But like, of course, if I was in that level, I would totally go all out. But I'm not. Yeah.
But your picture was amazing too. So
thank you. Yes.
A lot of the stuff that I do too is reflective. So.
Yeah, and they come out good, honestly. Like after you edit them. So that's what I was saying. The pictures that I took for Cappadocia, they're not edited. Like that's actually how the style looks.
Wow.
It looks pink, and you're like in awe because you're looking at this. And you're like, wow, like pictures don't do justice, if anything. It's prettier when you're there in person.
Yeah.
And that's why I had trouble picking a hotel. That's like, I was telling them, I don't know if you heard or not, but like, as soon as I got there, I didn't have a hotel. Because I looked at people's pictures and what I wanted was an amazing rooftop. Because that's the whole thing. And like, you know, to get the rooftop. So I wasn't sure if, when you go on Instagram, you're not sure if those pictures are Photoshop, you don't know, like, if this rooftop is like for real or not. Yeah. So yeah, I just got there and I booked my hotel like at the spot.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I went to like 5 different hotels and I just went directly to the lobby and I was like, let me see a rooftop. And then I fell in love with like the prettiest rooftop and that's where we stayed.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I would want to do something like that, but then I get scared. Like, what if I don't have
Exactly. Well, we went during low season, so I think we had the luxury.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, and then I even like you could say, well, it was weird because our flight was really early in the morning. So as soon as we got to Cappadocia, like the center, it was only like it was early. It was probably like 8:30. So a lot of the restaurants weren't open. A lot of things weren't open. Like 8 o'clock in the morning, they weren't open yet. So I kept on going to all the hotels, and then you know the check-ins at 3 o'clock to most of the hotels. Yeah. But they let me do an early check-in and everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So when it's low season and is there like a time that's not that good to go?
Okay, so I went there in September, like the beginning of September, and it was slow season over there.
Because it's getting chilly, right?
Excuse me?
Is it getting chilly at that time?
Yeah, it was a little bit chilly, yes. Like especially at 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, yeah. It was cold. Like I'm from Miami, so for me, anything below 70 is cold. Sorry. But so I was kind of like, I'm very friolenta. But I was just like with the scarf and the sweater and all that. But I think in August is very popular. And I know, well, actually December till March, I think it's extremely popular over there. Things are more expensive because that's what they were telling me. Because I asked.
December to March. Okay.
December.
Can people take the hot air balloons for the sunset, or is that you cannot see the sunset there?
I don't. You could see the sunset, but you don't see hot air balloons during the sunset. Only for sunrise.
Okay.
Only for sunrise. Yeah. I don't think I saw any hot air balloons for sunset time.
And how long are the hot air balloons in the air?
We were only in there for like 1 hour.
Oh,
like 45 minutes to 1 hour. It wasn't that long. Yeah. Okay. I mean, everyone does it just because it's Cappadocia. That's what it's known for, the hot air balloons.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we didn't. It was an experience. Cause I was already complaining because I had to pay all that money, and I was like, this is not part of my plans. But whatever, I did it. Yeah.
Very good.
Do you have any more questions?
Chicos, any more questions about Turkey?
I don't have a question, but I have a comment.
What?
My favorite part of smoking shisha in the Middle East was having no hookah whores, because everyone gets their own shisha.
Oh,
and you have to share it.
Yes.
I used to speak to my sister I love it here. I don't have to share with people like you.
I love it. I love smoking shisha over there. It's so, I just feel like when you smoke it over there, you feel more authentic. So
it feels different. It's absolutely, yeah.
And they make it so comfortable for you. They give the lounges and the chairs and
that with a little tea next to it, or they give you Turkish coffee. And so you're comfortable. And the places where I went, at least in Cappadocia, you sit down in a duffel bag. So, I mean, what's better than sitting down in a duffel bag and smoking shisha? That's amazing. Yeah. So, yeah, I actually bought a shisha from Egypt, not from Turkey. But I have it here in my house. But I don't have I need to buy the little things to smoke. I need to have the actual thing.
Yeah.
What's the little what?
The tart or whatever.
The
Yeah.
So yeah. But hopefully, I mean, I actually wanted to go back this year, but that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, with all of these things happening, everything is on hold right now.
Trust me, especially if you're in in the travel. I'm in tourism. So tourism for me, this is horrible. It's done. Yeah. It's really sad.
And when you went to Istanbul, what did you do there?
So I've been to Istanbul 3 times, but this time when I went, I was only there for 48 hours, and I just went directly to Blue Sofia, Hagia Sophia. Sorry, the Hagia Sophia. You just go to, it's called, forgot the region. But anyways, you go to the touristic region, and that's where you stay. That's where, at least I only stayed there for 1 night because it was 48-hour layover. And I went to the Blue Mosque. I went to, just walked around. I had food. I love the food. And for me, they have better authentic Turkish food in Istanbul than in Cappadocia. Because in Cappadocia, I feel like it was more touristic menu. And as in Istanbul, it was more authentic. There's places that are better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any particular restaurant that you recommend that you really like?
In Istanbul?
Yeah. Cappadocia?
I have to look into my pictures. But I went to this place that was awesome. Let me see if I find it. I think I placed it in my favorites. It was really, really good. Okay, so the area is called Sultanahmet. Sultanahmet in Istanbul. That's the touristic area. That's where people stay. Yeah. And then I'll tell you the name of the restaurant. I think I took a picture of it, or me. Yeah, but no, the food over there in Turkey is amazing, and I love it's not 100% Turkish, but I love the baklava. Have you guys ever tried baklava? Baklava is so delicious. It's like a little It's a dessert. So it's like a little square with like almonds and
Oh, I think I've had
all these delicious flavors.
but I did it in a Turkish restaurant here.
Yeah, because
I'll show you.
it's just like Arabic, I think. Like
Yeah.
every country, they have it different. They make it different. Oh Jesus, let me see where it is.
I actually brought all of these from Jordan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Can you see that?
I can't read it. What does it say?
No, it's baklava or different kinds of
baklava.
baklava.
Nice.
Yes. Ooh.
Baklava.
Sorry, it's like not showing because it thinks it's not me here. But
Let me see that.
Wow,
wish you guys were here so I could share with you. It's so much.
I'm like, you eat that quite slowly.
I've only had 3 pieces so far in 1 week.
Okay, so this is me in the restaurant in Istanbul. It's called Kagaloglu Haman. I don't know.
C-A?
I'm gonna show you so you could see. Can you see it?
Yeah.
So it's CAGALOGLU.
C-L-U.
Kagaloglu. And then Haman. HAMAM. So that restaurant was really, really good. And it had like the best Turkish coffee.
Nice.
Really nice. This is actually the Blue Mosque. You see it?
Oh, wow. That is
Really,
pretty.
really pretty. Yeah.
Very
Oh, and the one thing that I saw that was different this time around was actually, you guys want to see the video that I took of my Uber driver? He was so funny. We were in a rush to go to the airport. So he started singing. Look, come on. It's really funny. Look. Look at the guy. Look at the guy. You saw him? He started going like, la 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 la. Like,
That's
putting like Turkish music. And then he was just like singing along to it.
Did you go to the Turkish bath?
Yes. Oh my God, yes, I did. So I went to, sorry, I completely forgot that. I did the Turkish bath in Cappadocia. Yeah, so the Turkish bath, they were great. They were cheap. It was like $20. So $20, it includes, they rub your feet. They got like a bucket, and then you could either do it naked or you could do it with a bra or panty or bathing suit. So they got a bucket and they just put it like all over your body, and they just kind of like wash you, like if you ever wash a dog, kind of like they wash you. So it was cool. It was interesting. And then you could get into the pool, and they put like a face mask on you. So that, it was nice. And then I added on a massage because it was like $10 per person or something like that for like 45 minutes.
Wow.
So that was good. Yeah. The massage.
So that would be like heaven for me. Yeah. That would be like $30, 3 hours.
I'm telling you, the massages over there are cheap. Very, very cheap. I loved it. Very affordable. Yeah.
Which one did you go in Cappadocia? Which Turkish?
Let me see. I'll tell you right now.
And do you recommend it, or did you think like maybe?
No, I think that's the only one actually.
Oh, that's the only one.
I think there was only one. And
do we have to book in advance since you?
No, you just walked in. I walked in.
Okay.
I just walked in, and then I asked them for the price, and then they just took care of me. Let me see. I'll tell you right now. Because I did take pictures there. I just have to look. But yeah, actually, it was my first time doing the Turkish bath. I had never done one before. Wow. Like, I've been to Turkey other times, but the thing is, when I'm traveling, I'm always like on the go. And then here, it was kind of like before the airport, and we had time, so I did it. And it was an experience that I wanted to do anyways. Let me see.
If someone is going to Turkey for a week, what would you recommend that they save before they go there? Like, how much would you recommend? Ballpark.
If they go for a visit?
For a week.
Oh, for 1 week. It depends. I feel like it depends where they're going in Turkey, because some places are more expensive than others. And
Like, which one is really expensive?
like I thought Cappadocia was a little bit cheaper than Istanbul, like the actual capital. And then there's places in Istanbul that are cheaper than other places. You know, it's what type of luxury do you want? What type of travel do you want? But over there they have the Turkish lira. So it's the Turkish lira that you do the currency exchange with the American dollar. And the currency exchange is actually very beneficial for us. Like you get a lot of money for your dollar, pretty much. Yeah, so it's worth it. I'm looking at the bath. Okay, so this is the bath that I went to. It's called the Hammam bath. You see? Down before the bath. It's called, I don't know if you see the top letters, but it's Hammam bath.
Hammam bath. Okay.
Yeah. And I think I took a picture inside, even though you're not supposed to. But I think I did. I don't know. I love looking back at my pictures. It's like
haram.
Look at the baklava. You see the baklava?
Yes.
With the
Delicious with the coffee.
Yes, I drink coffee 24/7 over there. I kept on drinking so much coffee. It was really nice. And then they had these like famous umbrellas, so I took 1,000 pictures in the umbrellas. You know, just like everywhere nowadays they have umbrellas, but
yeah,
it was nice because it was empty. Let me. Oh yeah, look here. I have pictures in the bath. So
I see that you have shorts. And
this is the house that I get to. Oh, yeah. Okay. So I was gonna tell you, like
the dress code.
I'll tell you right now. But look, you see, this is inside the bath. Like this is the locker room in the bath. And that means okay, yeah. You see, and this is in one of the little rooms.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mask on.
And then this is me in my face. I don't know if that was a video. Yeah, that was a video. So you can see the background.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, kind of. I feel like you're like in the house.
Yeah.
And no, that's it. Because the thing is, you're not supposed to take your phone to the other where they wash you because your phone could get wet. So I don't want to risk it. Yeah. But anyways, yeah. So I've been to Istanbul like 3 times. Istanbul has changed a lot, as in like women dress code. People wear whatever you want. Like in Cappadocia, people were walking around with shorts, dresses. It wasn't, you know, of course, it's a Muslim country, but you're not like, there's not really, I mean, temples in Cappadocia. There were more like outdoor things to do. So you don't really wear that, you know, wear anything that you're not supposed to wear. For the Hagia Sophia, yes, every time you go, they give you like a little hijab. And so you have to do it out of respect for a church, for some, you know, for something that they want you to wear that for. You have to cover yourself, cover your shoulders and things like that. But in Cappadocia, you don't have to, I didn't wear anything like that. You were short. It was really, really hot. It was extremely hot. It was probably like 95 degrees when I went.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was really, really hot. But it's weird. So their temperature is like really cold in the morning. Not really cold, but it's chilly in the morning. And then it's really hot during the day, and then it cools down at night. Yeah. So you kind of have to go out with a scarf and a sweater because you don't know when it's going to be cold or hot, you know?
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah. So that was cool. But yeah, the Turkish bath, it was interesting. I liked it.
You liked it?
It was very nice, yeah. And so I think like they separate women and guys into 2 separate sides. So you get attended by a woman the whole time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't think a guy could attend you.
And did you go to any markets, shopping? How was the experience?
This is actually where I got this.
Okay.
Yeah, so in Cappadocia, in Cappadocia they have, I don't really see any flea markets there or anything like that, but they have a whole bunch of shops. They have like a little shopping, it's kind of like an outdoor shopping center with a whole bunch of little shops outside. And honestly, you just have to negotiate. Like, it's cheap itself. This was probably like $1. This was like $1. And like, they're very known for their eye. Look how beautiful. Okay. Yeah, I loved it. This is like a keychain, and I bought a whole bunch. These were like 50 cents.
I love that.
Yeah, me too. I loved it too.
You have it, Celine, you have it on your thing.
I have a little emoji on a profile. but I also brought one from Puerto Rico. So yeah, I'm like infatuated with eagle eyes and stuff.
Nice. I love it. I love it too. I bought that, and I bought earrings. And so usually when I travel, I don't really buy souvenirs or anything like that unless they're very small. Because like I said, usually I travel with a carry-on, if not a backpack. I don't really travel with like a big luggage anymore because it's not my thing. Like I'd rather not. I'd rather do laundry wherever I'm at. And lately what I've been doing is like I like buying souvenirs. I mean jewelry from the country that I'm visiting. Because it's cheaper than America, and it's unique. So, like these, I didn't get it in Turkey, but I got these in like Dubai or something. So,
It looks really nice.
I love jewelry. I love like unique jewelry.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, over there, everything was very cheap, and like you could actually negotiate in the stores over there.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Very,
They're cheap
that's
as it is, but like if you're buying things in bulk, you can negotiate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's good to know. Because I always think like the markets you can negotiate, but at stores, I don't know, it feels weird, but that's good to know.
Yeah. Well, and I've been to, for example, when I went to the bazaar for my first time in Istanbul, I went to like the Grand Bazaar, and oh my God, it was horrible. I got so scared. I was by myself actually. It was really, for me, it was a bad experience. Like the first time, it was horrible. I felt like men try to grope you. They try. They don't touch you, but you feel like attacked because there's so much going on. There's so many guys. But also, my first time was like 8 years ago. So I feel like a lot of things have changed since 8 years ago. You know? But I remember I was younger. I was like 23, and I was like, oh my God, like I was scared. I was really scared. Like I don't know what was gonna happen. I was walking by myself, and like I'm short, so I was like, my God, probably think like this little girl's walking over here. And I remember I went running back. I stayed in a hostel back then. And I remember I went running back to my hostel and started crying. And I was like, oh man, I don't want to be here. Like, this is not a safe place. That was my first experience of Istanbul. And then luckily, some girls that I had met in Greece recognized by God. Like, they recognized me, and they were in the same hostel in Greece. But we were in Turkey, and she recognized me. She's like, what's going on? Like, what's wrong? Because I was crying. And I told her what happened. She's like, no, here you have to stick with like people. You can't be by yourself. Yeah. But that was 8 years ago, so things have changed.
Yeah, one of my friends had an experience like that, but it was in Morocco. She literally could not, like, she couldn't be in the street by herself. It was crazy.
Yeah, you get anxiety. Like I got anxiety when I went because I felt like surrounded, and everyone wanted to talk to you. Like us, because you're different. They were like, oh, Latina and this and that. And I was like, whoa, like I was just scared.
Yeah.
That happened to me when I went to Morocco, and I learned this phrase. I don't know what it means, but I would just say the phrase walking down the market, and everybody would just go away from me.
Good, yeah.
Yeah.
What, chorta?
No, I was saying Lala Shakran, and everybody would just go away from me. I don't know what it means though.
Lala chakra. Oh, we have to
Yeah,
look
Lala
that up.
Shakran.
I think it's easy to remember. Yeah, no.
And I got that from like a tour guide. He told me just say Lala Shakran and they'll leave you alone. I'm like, okay. So I'm walking down the market saying Lala Shakran, and everybody was just going away from me.
Well, that's good. It's always good to stay safe.
Yeah. But I think it's changed. So when I went, not this time, I didn't go to the market, but I've gone back to Istanbul.
Yeah.
And of course, now I feel extremely comfortable in Istanbul because I was like, after that, I'm good. But because I already know what to experience.
Mm-hmm.
And like I felt like it was safer and it was better. But for the first time, it's a culture shock. Like it's definitely out of your comfort zone, 100%.
Yeah.
Serena, you were saying la shukran. No,
Lala Shakran. Oh, that's what it means?
Yeah, no,
Are
thank
they never
you.
going away from me because of that? Maybe because of my attitude, like the way I
You're
was saying it.
La.
Oh.
Shukran.
Well, I was saying it with an attitude, though.
With an attitude.
Like, get away from me. It worked then. Or was it my attitude working?
Yeah, because they're not pushy people. They're not really pushy when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah. The first thing that I learned when I went to like the Middle East was chorta, because that means police. So I'm like, as soon as you say chorta, everybody goes away because
Just run away. Yeah.
that means you're in danger and like the police is coming.
Yeah. I didn't like. I think that's probably been my worst traveling experience, honestly, because I was coming from Greece, which Greece was amazing and super peaceful, and then I was, I went over here, and then the dress code for me was intense. Everything was extremely intense. But then again, that was 8 years ago, so things have changed now. Now everything's more modern, like it's better. And even in Istanbul this time, I went and it was really hot. So a lot of girls are not wearing the hijab anymore, to be honest with you. Like it's way more modern than before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But in Cappadocia, 100%, like probably saw like 5 girls wearing the hijab and that's it. Everyone was wearing shorts, dresses. I mean, it was almost 100 degrees. Like what else are you gonna wear? So.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Gaby, for giving us all of this information about Turkey.
If you guys ever want to go any other place that I've traveled to, like reach out and I'll give you 1,000 tips. I'll be more than happy. Like I'm extremely friendly. So.
Yes, thank you so much. Do you guys have any last minute questions before we close?
No questions.
Well, at least we have now your contact. Traveling with Gaby.
Traveling with Gaby, and if you guys ever come to Miami, I mean, if you guys come, within like the next 3 months, 5 months, a year, whenever you're coming. Like I have a travel agency here in Beach, and actually we have 3 travel agencies, and we also have currency exchange, luggage storage. We do everything that deals with tourism.
Yes.
So I mean, right now this is a horrible time for me because I'm making no money. Like it's bad. It's really, really bad, and you don't know how long this is gonna last.
Yeah.
So sadly, it's bad. But I'm looking forward, for the future and like never lose hope of traveling. I love to travel. It like keeps me sane. Like I have to.
Yes. Yes.
Oh yeah. So if you guys do come to Miami, reach out. I'll be more than happy. I'll take you guys out. I'll be like.
Thank you. Well, hopefully this all passes and we could all resume our plans to travel.
Yes.
Yes, I'm already going through withdrawals.
Do you guys know where you're gonna go first when this all finishes?
I don't know. I'm scared that all the price is gonna be hiked up. That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
Oh, they are.
They are.
To catch up.
But if you start looking for flights now, then they're cheap. Like I just posted one to Oaxaca for Dia de los Muertos for $250. So that is considerably cheap for that time. So if you start booking now for later, maybe you find cheaper prices.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go. Well, I'm half Italian, so I'm gonna go to Italy because my family is 100% affected over there. Like it's really bad. Yeah. So,
what part of Italy are you from?
I'm from my father. He's from Napoli. So we're from the south, but I have one of my best friends. She lives in the north. She lives in Milan. And like that girl sends me videos every day, and I'm like, wow. Like her dentist died 2 weeks ago. She knows people that they died, like, and they're really close to her. So I was like, wow, it's super, super sad. Like the whole experience in Italy, it's bad. Thankfully, my family is, they're okay, but they've been quarantined for like a month already. Those people have been locked down for a while. Look at her face. Zelina's face is like, what?
She's like, I'm only on week 1 and I'm dying.
I know, me too.
I am. I've been working remotely and it's just like so draining.
Yeah, today in the morning I woke up. I mean, you told me about the party, so I did my hair. I ironed my hair. I was like, I have to like change my vibes because I've just been cleaning. I don't think I've ever seen my apartment so clean before. Like I've just been doing things that I'm not really like. I do it, but not as often.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, definitely I'm gonna go to Italy for sure. Like I don't know when, but I would love to go. That'll probably be my first place to go. And I saw flights. Flights weren't that expensive. I found a flight from Miami to Milan for $250 round trip.
Oh, that's good.
Which is really, really good. But it's like, should I buy it? Should I not buy it? Like,
yeah,
I would just say
I think you should buy it but protect it. Buy it but protect it.
Insurance, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's time is rough.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll soon pass. Let's just do our own part. Huh?
Where are you guys traveling to after all this is over?
I want to go to Peru so badly since last year.
I love Peru.
And I think that's where I'm going to go. If the summer permits.
Invite me.
You are invited. All of you are invited.
Woohoo.
Yes.
Yes.
Just because I'm like, I
Bucket
want to
list.
make sure that I'm going to have good food and that I'm going to see something that I haven't seen before, something new. So,
Yeah, it's amazing. Peru is definitely an amazing country.
yeah.
Amazing. Like everything, the food, wow. Best food ever. And it's very affordable, extremely affordable.
Yes. I cannot wait.
Yeah. Where else are you guys traveling to?
I've been looking at Hawaii, but
Oh, I know. The flights are cheap over there.
yeah, so I don't know because it's just like from New York to California and then Cali to that's the kind of
It's a
fun.
long way.
But yeah, I'm definitely looking at Hawaii. I'm deciding which area though. I know there's Maui.
You should go to Maui.
Yeah.
Honolulu and Maui, those are the places that I've been to.
Okay.
And it's really, really pretty. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go back to Hawaii.
Yeah, I've never been, so it'll be like an experience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I went in November to Honolulu and it was a little expensive. Like the hotels themselves, they were expensive. We ended up with Airbnb and even the Airbnb was expensive. So I don't know if it was because it was high season, like it was for Thanksgiving, so it's a holiday. So
Yeah.
Yeah, when I went, it was very, really expensive too. And I went a long time ago. I went like 9, 10 years ago. But I went with my ex and his family, and they had money, so they paid everything for me. So that was nice. We went to Maui and we stayed in like all-inclusive resort, and it was beautiful. But it was, you know, I was younger back then, but it was more like a honeymoon place, like Maui at least. And we were dating. I mean, we had been together for like 2 years, but everyone thought we were like, you know, recently married. It was a little experience.
nice.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I would definitely love to go back to Hawaii though, like now.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really nice experience. You rent a jeep and you go all around the island and visit all like the beaches and the views. You take pictures and eat your weight around the trucks.
Isn't it
That's
called the
delicious.
Road to Hana? That's when you rent the jeep and you go all around the island.
I'm not sure, but I did it.
Like Road to Hana or something like that.
Yeah, and they have lots of food trucks, and they're like really famous ones, and you could go and try their foods and stuff. It was really good.
Yeah, and the coconut is really good over there. Pineapples, and the coconuts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're very good.
Well, thank you so much, Gaby, again for joining us.
Me.
And tomorrow we're gonna have another episode. Tomorrow is gonna be Sri Lanka, and we're gonna have Suleika join us tomorrow. It's at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So I hope you can join us tomorrow at this same channel, Zoom channel. So thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
And looking forward to hearing your travel stories, posting in your Instagram.
Yes, I will.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you. Bye, ladies. Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you.
Bye.
Nice to meet you. Bye.
Thank you for coming to the